Hello, this is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Today I want to show you a really cool telephone. This is a Cabbage patch telephone, and this is Karen's telephone from Kentucky. And she has the original box here, and written on the top of the box, and she's also stated this to me also, that there was only like 5 months of reliable service with this telephone, and then it stopped working properly. And so there's quite a few issues with this telephone. This is the initial checkout, and I want to go ahead and give you a look at this telephone. And it's in very good condition for its age. And as you notice on the arm that is on the dial, that arm does not go up and down as a hook switch. It basically has a magnetic electronic switch in it. And so that is one issue. This telephone was surged. We've kind of troubleshooted it a little bit, and we're still in the process of that. And we know that the electronic magnetic switch was stuck in the closed shorted position. What we want to do here is I have the dial apart, and we want to lift that part off, and we've taken that apart. We'll go ahead and open it up. That has a little clip there. That's what you hear there. That clip has to come apart. They also glue them from the factory right there. So anyway, there's a plug here, and then it runs up to the magnetic switch. Now we have freed that switch up, and that switch is working at this time. Now also what we want to do is show you the inside of the telephone and give you a look at the telephone itself. There is a lot of bad components on this main PC board, and I want to give you a look at that. If you've never seen the inside of one of these telephones. So what we need to do now is finish troubleshooting the PC board and replacing the bad components. So what we're going to do is take a short break from the video, and we'll go ahead and get a start on that. We'll get some more video as we move forward in the repair of this telephone, so we'll be right back. Okay, we're back now, and we are in the middle of the process of repairing this PC board. We're troubleshooting and replacing bad parts, and we've already replaced a few components. Now I want to go ahead and turn the meter on, and I want to show you something on one of our last parts that we want to replace here. And we have one side lifted off the main PC board, and I'll try to give you a look at that. It's right here. And we're only supposed to get a reading on this component on one side. We're going to do that again. And we're getting a reading across both sides, and so that component is shorted. Now we have a component here that we're going to replace that with, and we should get a reading on this only on one side. So we're not getting a reading on that side. So this component is good. And so now what we want to do is go ahead and remove this component here. And if you do not get this component that we're changing in properly, what will happen is it'll short other components out. We want to make sure that we can get our new component in. We'll go ahead and solder that. Clean our soldering gun here. I'm going to take off the excess. We'll go ahead and shut our meter off and move that to the side. Now what we want to do is we'll test the unit. Okay, we're back now. I wanted to move the video so that you could see the analyzer better, and now what we want to do is we want to go ahead and check this unit out before we put it all back together again. So I want to go ahead and plug my line cord in again. That's going to give us dial tone because we do have the dial plugged into the circuit board, and I want to give you dial tone. Now we're going to go ahead and dial some numbers like we were earlier, and we'll walk through them. Now this is only going to dial out in pulse mode. So this telephone does not have tone. It's of the age, it only has rotary or pulse. And so if you watch the analyzer, we'll go ahead and do that. I want to dial a 0, then I'm going to end in a 2. Now what happens is, this is a mute button, and this is a redial. So I want to go ahead and transmit into the handset. If you watch that red light there, I'm going to press the mute button. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to let it go, and then I'm going to count to 6, but I'm going to push it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I want to let it go. And we also want to press the redial button now. And it's walking through the numbers. And it'll end in a 2. So now what we can do is we can hang up. We're ready to go ahead and put this telephone back together again, but we wanted to do some checks before we did that. So we'll go ahead and take a short break, and we'll put it back together again, and we'll do our final test. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back now, and we are finished up with a repair of this Cabbage Patch dial telephone. And so we're going to run through a little bit about what went on. We went ahead and went through the main PC board and troubleshooted and replaced the components that were bad from a power surge on the line. We also freed up the magnetic switch that is in the arm to hang the telephone up. And so basically we want to do our final checks now, and we'll go ahead and ring the telephone. We're going to go ahead and let that go a few times. That was one of the issues. The telephone wasn't doing anything. It had shorted the line. I'll let it go one more time and pick it up. We'll give you some dial tone. We also have our red indicator light here that comes on when the telephone is off hook. So we'll go ahead and show you that. We'll give you dial tone again. We want to walk through our numbers, so if you watch the analyzer, you'll watch the numbers roll by. And this telephone does dial out in the rotary or pulse mode. It does not have touch tone. We're going to end in a 2. We're going to hang up. We're going to press redial. And when it finishes, it'll end in a 2. I want to transmit into the handset. Like earlier, if you see that red light on the analyzer, every time that red light lights up, that's an indication of 100% modulation on transmit. Now, while I'm speaking, I'm going to go ahead and push the mute button, and then I'm going to go ahead and let go of it. So we know that the mute button also works. What we can do now is, I got a button on my switch box here, and if I press that, that gives us a line out and totally takes the analyzer out of the situation, and we'll call a time and temp number. Give you some dial tone.
Good evening. Shop St. Clair Auto Mall. 4 new car lines and 3 huge pre-owned stores. Highway 50 O'Fallon or online at Offenburg.com. Today is Monday, January 13th. The time is 10:08. Current temperature at 45 degrees. Partly cloudy tonight, lows in the low 30s. Tuesday, cloudy and windy. A chance of rain, possibly mixed with snow in the afternoon. Highs in the mid-40s. Temperature falling into the 30s in the afternoon. On a west wind gusting to 35.
We can call one other number. We can call my number, and it'll be busy. Give you some dial tone. Now that we know that this Cabbage Patch dial telephone has been repaired, we can return it to Karen and she can start enjoying this telephone. From what I understand, this telephone really never worked but for 5 months when she had it brand new, and she's got the box like we showed earlier. So it's a good thing she did not throw this telephone away, because all these years later she found somebody that could repair it. This is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.